Hey all, my name's Lulu, Crafting Anonymous, and today I'm going to show you my version of steampunk. I've never done it before, so this is just something that popped in my head I thought I'd show you today. So I took this piece of wood that I got from the lumber yard. Lumber yards are a great source of scrap wood. They will have bins of it that they'll just say, come and take it. So that's what I did with this. And it was already cut to this size, so I just sanded it to smooth it off the edges a little bit. I prepped it white beforehand just to give it a base coat, and now I'm putting a coat of black on. The black paint is usually not what you would put when you're doing a printable on top of a piece of wood, because you usually want white. That makes the printable pop better. But I'm doing black because in my mind, steampunk is dark colors with with metals and rusted metals and gears and things like that. So I'm trying it out this way. It's the first time I've ever done it like this, so you're gonna get this experiment with me. So once I get the whole board painted black, I am going to dry it, and then I cut a little piece of wood that I want for the front, because I have these 3 hooks that I bought at Hobby Lobby, and I gave them a coat of Rust-Oleum, like a copper paint, and then I'm going to be putting some just some other accents on it. But I needed to get the board a little thicker so that I could screw those in, because the screws were long. So I just got an extra piece of wood. Plus, I think it sets the hooks off a little better. So once I get that dry, then I'll be hot gluing it onto the board. No, take that back. Once I get that dry, I'm going to be putting the printable down, and you can see it over on the right-hand side. What I did was I have a printable from the nesting box, and these are available through a subscription, so you can go to the nestingbox.com, I believe, and join if you want. It's $10 a month, and it's unlimited printables. The printables are printed. I printed it on rice paper, and so once I get the edges torn off, I realized I really didn't need to do it because I'm going to be sanding them off. So extra steps that I took that I didn't need to do. So once I decide where I want to put it, I had made some Mod Podge, my own leftover Elmer's glue, and added some distilled water. Whenever you use water in a project, always use distilled, because regular water, if I don't use all that, it will mold. It will get bacteria in it. So if you add distilled water, you're fine. So I just thinned out some white glue, and then I'm just going to put that all over where the downloadable print is going to go, and then I will seal it down, dry it a little bit, and then I will use sandpaper to get the edges off. And now I got it upside down, so I better turn it over. There we go. And as you can see, it's just a lock with some keys, and I thought it was like a really cool print that would be good for a steampunk key holder / pen holder. So what I did, I was telling you about I took a metal can, and I'm going to do a smash can for the pen holder, and I'm just rubbing that down just to make sure there aren't any bubbles, and I'm using parchment paper. So I have a smash can that you'll see in a little bit, and you just take the lid off. Take a can, like if you're having a can of soup or a can of green beans, and you remove the lid, and then you clean it all out, and then you remove the bottom. Once you've removed the bottom, then you smash it, and you'll see what it looks like, and that's called a smash can. And you can use that for a lot of things. You can make flour, put napkins on the outside of it and make it a flour holder. I'm using it as a pen holder in this case. We can do a smash can in another video, but right now we're using it for the pen holder on this little keychain / pen holder. I like steampunk. I've never done it, but I admire when I see people do it, so I thought I'd give it a shot. So I'm just sanding the edges off, and it's okay if you remove some of the paint. It gives it kind of a distressed look, and you'll see how I add some rub and buff around the edges when we're done. So it's okay to have that roughed up look with the paint showing, that distressed look. So that's what it looks like. It's a little dark right now because it's still a little wet, and it'll lighten up when it's all done. And now I'm just going to hot glue that piece that I painted black, and it's all coming together. This is a quick project. I've sped up part of it, but really it was about a 25-minute project. I did have some prep work that I did do before, so take that in mind. So I guess you could say a whole hour it would take. So I'm just hot gluing it down and pressing it into place. Now that paint that I'm using, I made that paint myself. It is calcium carbonate and latex paint. And so I made my own chalk paint, and I had black latex paint. So that looks really nice, doesn't it? So now here's my smash can. So what I'm going to do is I'm just using that same black, and it's okay that I'm using one brush for all of this. It's okay if there's some glue on it. And I'm not using a palette or anything. I'm just squirting paint all over that thing. So once I get it painted, I'm going to put a little, don't have to paint the whole back side, but I'm going to put a little coat. And I didn't prep it also because I don't care if a little bit of the paint rubs off, or if you see some of the silver can through the paint. I'm just doing one quick coat. I just want to get it, basic paint, because that's the look I want. Now, if I was not wanting to have some of that silver show through, I definitely would have put a coat of probably Mod Podge or glue on the outside of the can first, let that dry. Then I would put one base coat down there, and probably it would take 2 coats. Now, if you were to put a napkin over it, then you would only need 1 coat, or maybe not even a coat of paint at all. And that's what a lot of people do. They will put a napkin over the can. It's a beautiful look too. It's real simple. You can do a lot of things with a smash can. Now I just put a new mat on my tray, so I'm being very neat today. A lot of times you'll see my videos and I'm not that neat. I'm kind of a messy crafter, but in this one I'm trying to be extra neat because this is my first craft of the 2024 with my new surface all clean. So I'm just drying that because I'm going to be doing some more things to it. So as you see, I set the rest of it aside, and the can is my focus right now. So I'm just also doing the inside because I do not want, you're going to be seeing it. So I want as much of the inside coated, with a light paint of black. So we just need to get this dry, and then we're going to be affixing it to the board. So we're just watching paint dry right now. I normally would speed this up for you, but it's not going to take that long to dry that. So I'll just let you know what I'm doing here. So it doesn't take a lot of, you can do anything you want, I should say. You don't need to do have the downloadable. You can just take a lot of screws and gears and rust them up a little bit, and make your own little version of a steampunk. Endless possibilities. So I have these little keys that I had purchased from Temu. They're just little mini keys, and that's what I'm going to put on the front of the can. So I have, this is like a rub and buff. It's a metallic waxy rub. You don't have to do this. You could even distress it with paint if you wanted to, or you can use rub and buff. But I happen to have these that I got through Amazon. Now, I'm not an affiliate with any of these. I'm just letting you know in case you like them. They're just a metallic rub-ons. You can get a set of 1 or 4. They have all different colors in each little palette. So this is more of the pewter and copper and bronze that I picked. And I'm just rubbing it on the outside. It's waxy. I haven't tried it yet, but people are saying that you can make your own by getting shoe polish wax, like a clear wax, and adding paints to it, or mica powder, adding mica powder to it and making your own rub and buff colors. So I have mica powder, so I might try making it myself. And then I have some bizarre colors on there. So I got the rub and buff on there of the colors that I want for right now, or the metallic rub. And I am going to now hot glue it to the base. So I'm just applying it where I know it's going to be hitting. And I am just getting it centered. And I don't want it like flat on down at the board. I want a space between the board, the black board, and the tin. So there we go. So you see how you have that copper look on there? It looks really nice. I'll have a photo for you to see on my thumbnail, so of the finished product, or you saw the photo. I should say you saw it already. So anyway, I'm just now trying to figure out how I'm going to get these little hooks in there. And this, I'm just measuring the center pieces, so I'm going to speed this part of it up. So once I start finding where I'm going to put each hook, so we'll just get this sped up at that point. Alright, so I have those screws in place, and they're the hooks, and remember they were black, and I put some Rust-Oleum copper on them, and now we're going to put some keys on the tin. So I'm just going to pick a selection of them, various sizes, until I get the ones that I want. Just going to place some hot glue on there and get them stuck on. I might after need to add a little bit of quick fix and permanent glue, but let's just get them on for now. So once I get those all in place, then we will be able to finish up the project. Now that I have the keys on here, I'm going to just do some additional rub and buff of the different, I've got pewter and I've got the gold and just the different and bronze, and I'm just putting different colors on the can and all over, and I'll be working on the edges, getting them all sealed up, just distressed looking. So we're just going to do the final touches of putting on the one of the keys came off, so just putting on the glue on the rub and buff, touching everything up, and then we will be finished. All it's going to need is a little hook for the back, and I'll paint the back side black also, and everything will look good. So I'm just, again, this is all per your taste, and this is just for the steampunk look. If you're going to do something else, another napkin, you're going to give it whatever accents you want. But this is my version of a steampunk, and there we go. Isn't that looking really good? I think it's looking really good. Again, it just needs the back side painted. So I have all these color palettes of all the different metals, bronze, silver, pewter, copper, and I'm just doing a little bit of everything on there. I'm putting more of the copper on the edge to kind of match the hooks. Really, truly your own version of whatever you want to do. That's the fun of this. You can make it your own. Finding screws and bolts, you can paint them, you can rust them up. You can find rusted ones, sometimes at estate sales or barn sales, they'll have them. If you ever see them, that's just a good thing to do, because steampunk is kind of in right now. And those keys, again, I found at Temu. They're little miniature keys, and they were all different colors: brass, bronze, silver, copper. So I just put them on there. I could put some gears and things up on the top if I wanted, but this is just, the picture is of a lock and keys around it, kind of like in a basket or just all smudged around. So now I'm just making sure the can has everything I want, and all it needs is a coat of polyacrylic to seal it. That will seal in the wax and seal in the picture. So that's something I can do after. But that's all it needs. So that's, again, you could use Mod Podge or your own, whatever you use to seal things. I like polyacrylic. It's by Minwax. And again, I'm not an affiliate with any of these. I'm just letting you know what I use. And again, my name is Lulu, and this is Crafting Anonymous. And if you could hit that subscribe button, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Come and see some of the other videos that I've done. I try to do a lot of different content so that there's a little something for everybody. So just hit the subscribe button, give me a like, and my name is Lulu, Crafting Anonymous. So thank you so much for that. And we're just finishing this up, and I'll give you a show of what it looks like. And again, you'll see the final one. You saw it already in the thumbnail. So this is it. Isn't it looking great? Doesn't it look great? I think it does. I'm happy with it. And that's what happens. As an artist, you want to be happy with what you do. So you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Lulu, Crafting Anonymous. Please subscribe.